creepy.
Hello.
Greetings, my little lovelies. I hope I find you all well again, and as usual, feeling tickety-boo. Now, 4 news stories for you today. The first one involves... let me remember. Yes, it involves a homeless man. Or does it? The second one also involves a man, but is said to be 200 years old. And... come here, don't be shy, I'll tell you more. Come here, come closer. It's said he's still alive. Right. The third one involves a bride. Or does it? This is all very cryptic today, isn't it? And the fourth one... right, keep calm, Julian. The fourth one is all about the goings-on down at the farm. But not any old farm. This farm is in El Paso, Texas. Now, let's start talking rubbish and get on with it. Let's crack on, shall we? Following has been sent in by a chap called Dale. Now, Dale at the time lived in London. Dale writes, I have always been a more spiritual man. I tend to want to be kind to all people and do good things. Just try to help, really. Anyway, I was walking home late one night from a dinner party. It was not too long a walk and was quite a nice night. I walked past a man sleeping on the street. He was covered up with cardboard. I could barely make him out. I felt sorry for the man and took out £50 from my wallet and placed it in his hand. He did not move or say anything, so I walked on. The rest of what happened after this is a bit of a blur. I know I was attacked and beaten very badly. I lost the sight in one eye in the attack and was robbed of my wallet and whatever jewellery I had. I was falling unconscious, but before I went into unconsciousness, I saw the man I had given £50 to, though he looked 10 foot tall and had what I can only describe as a bright glow around him. It was at that point that I passed out. I woke up in hospital 5 days later, having lost my eye, as well as a lot of damage to my body. I was on a lot of pain relief, very confused, and to be honest, feeling very sorry for myself. I left hospital 3 weeks later. But the night before I was due to leave, I was in a very deep sleep, and in my dream I met the man who I had given £50 to. Again he seemed 10 foot tall and glowing. In my dream he smiled at me and then disappeared. I woke up next morning ready to go home. As I got out of bed, a piece of paper fell to the floor. I picked it up. It was a £50 note. I asked the nurse had anyone visited me while I was asleep. She said no one had come. I think maybe a guardian angel was watching over me, as hard as that is to believe. But I do believe it. I am now fully recovered and have a prosthetic eye. I have left London, sold my house, and now live in a small village in the countryside. Many thanks for reading my story. I hope you can use it. All the best, Dale. What do you think of that, folks? As usual, let us know. A mummified monk found in the lotus position in Mongolia is not dead, and is instead one stage away from becoming a real-life Buddha, it has been claimed. Forensic examinations are underway on these amazing remains, which are believed to be around 200 years old, having been preserved in animal skin. But one expert has insisted the human relic is actually in very deep meditation, and in a rare and very special spiritual state known as Tukdam. I hope I pronounced that right. Over the last 50 years, there is said to have been 40 such cases in India involving meditating Tibetan monks. Dr. Barry Kazin, a famous Buddhist monk and a physician to the Dalai Lama, said he's had the privilege to take care of some of the meditators before who were in a Tukdam state. If the person is able to remain in this state for more than 3 weeks, which he says rarely happens, his body gradually shrinks, and in the end all that remains from that person is his hair, nails and clothes. Usually in this case, people who live next door to the monk see a rainbow that glows in the sky for several days. This means that he has found a rainbow body. This is the highest state close to the state of Buddha. What do you think of that, folks? Very interesting. As usual, let us know your thoughts. I have come across the following photo, my little lovelies, and I thought I'd bring it to you. The photo, as you can see, is of a waterfall, but it resembles the shape of a woman wearing a bridal dress, and I thought it was quite interesting. It has been claimed that this photo was taken in Hong Kong, but this claim is false. After further investigations, it is found that this waterfall is actually in Peru. I was born in El Paso, Texas. My parents had a small farm. I'd had a joyous childhood and loved to help out on the farm right from when I was a small boy. It was with a very heavy heart that aged 26, with the farm struggling financially, I went to work in Dallas as a trainee solicitor. It's something I had always been interested in. I did well and was soon promoted, earning a lot of money that I used to send back to my parents to help out with the farm. This went on for about 10 to 12 years, I guess, until one day I had a call from my mother saying my father had had a very serious stroke and I needed to come home. I arrived at the hospital to be met by my mother, crying. My father had passed away 30 minutes ago. I was too late. My mother had always been a bit of a clairvoyant, but I had never taken any notice. I thought it was all nonsense. Weeks after the funeral, my mother did not seem to be mourning or sad at all. Quite the opposite, in fact, which troubled me. I thought maybe she was in denial, or maybe needed some sort of help. We were both sitting one night having coffee, and I asked her why she seemed so happy. She said, "He is not gone. He is still here." I asked what she meant. I said Dad was dead. She said, "Come here, close your eyes and hold my hand. But do not open your eyes until I say that you can." I did what she asked. As I held her hand, I felt a warmth go through my body. She said, "Keep your eyes closed." Then she said, "What can you smell?" It was the smell of my dad's tobacco, but neither my mother or I smoked. She then said, "Open your eyes." So I opened my eyes. Sat there in his favourite armchair was my father, smoking his favourite tobacco. He looked different, translucent almost, but with a big warm smile on his face. My mother then said, "Close your eyes." I did. The tobacco smell was gone, and so was my dad. It was a mind-boggling thing. I had tears running down my face. My mother then said, "I see him all the time. He is always here with me." We still have our farm and have even taken on more staff as things have picked up. I went back to my job in Dallas, knowing my mother was not alone. Welcome back, my little lovelies. I do hope you enjoyed them. As usual, let us know your thoughts. Keep everything nice and clean and diggity-boo! Now, I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers that have joined us. It's lovely to have you. I hope you enjoy it. Hang on, it's a bumpy ride. Now, if you'd like to share any of our videos on your social media, like Facebook, Twitter, all the usual stuff, please do. It helps grow the channel and we'd be very grateful if you did. Right. That's enough nonsense from me. Until next time, my little lovelies, take care and look after yourselves. Ta-ta, my little lovelies. Ta-ta.
Soy de una vida.